Hello and welcome back to part 55 of this Skyrim Let's Play. Left off, we just finished like the last of the main companions quests. And like that's pretty much all the factions in Skyrim, which is crazy. Like we finished all of them. So let me think here. What do I want to do now? Kind of want to complete the main quest. I know I've been putting it off this entire playthrough pretty
Riverwood's
much.
agreeable. Very good, sir.
He's
All
giving
right, then.
16,000 gold. Wow. Okay. Yeah, let me drop some stuff off real quick. And then we'll head up and just, I think we have to go speak with Arndt here. Got a bunch of hides from doing all those quests. I can hear a dragon off in the distance. So annoying. Yeah, I still find that very interesting. The only person that didn't want to be cured is AL. Everyone else was like, yeah, get this off of me. I need to put this away. Oh yeah, this is pretty cool. Got the Drainheart Sword, Dawnbreaker, and then Chillrend. Chillrend's probably the coolest looking because it actually has like a blue tint to it. Very cool. And then, let's see here. Drop off some books. Right. Drop off some gems. Oops. Put these away real fast. Alright. Yeah, we'll go sell some stuff real quick. Enemies.
What do you need?
What a dragon at? He's over there. Okay. That's crazy seeing Alduin. That was wild.
Been a while since I've seen you at the meadery. I've got... Take a look.
Alright. How much am I weighing right
Do
now?
me a
185.
favor.
That's
You
good.
speak to Maven. Tell her everything.
Alright. Up to the throat of the world. Alright, on gear.
Your training proceeds well, Dragonborn. Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to? The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes? No, of course not. Forgive me, Dragonborn. I have been intemperate with you. But heed my warning. The Blades may say they serve the Dragonborn, but they do not. They never have. No, I cannot teach it to you, because I do not know it. It is called Dragonrend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the way of the voice. It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout. When you learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense, you become the shout. In order to learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself. Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses. He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege. Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
Alright.
The path to Paarthurnax lies through this gate. I will show you how to open the way.
Duel Master. Nice.
I will grant you my understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well. Clear skies will blow away the mist, but only for a time. The path to Paarthurnax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit. Use clear skies to open the way to Paarthurnax.
Alright. There's a goat up here. It's fine. Holy cow, look how pretty this guy is. Troll. Alright, I made it.
Dremyolok, greetings, Wunderneek. I am Paarthurnax.
Wow.
Who are you? What
So
brings
cool
you
looking.
to my Strunmach,
Old
my
dragon.
mountain? I am as my father Akatosh made me, as are you, Dovahkiin. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation? Drem. Patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove. By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my Thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. The word calls you. Go to it. A gift, Dovahkiin. You'll understand fire as the Dove do. what you can do, greet me not as mortal, but as Dova. So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a jaw, mortal. Even for one of Dova Sos, dragon blood. What would you ask of me? Ah, I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin. Alduin Comet Teed. What else would you seek? Alduin and Dovahkiin return together. But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jaw, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts. Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum? Yes, Alduin, Zemach, the elder brother, gifted, grasping, and troublesome, as is so often the case with Firstborn. But why? Why must you stop Alduin? True, but Kostid, prophecy, tells what may be, not what should be. Kostid Salo Ak. Just because you can do a thing does not always mean you should. Do you have no better reason for acting than destiny? Are you nothing but a plaything of Dez, of fate? If you can see your destiny clearly, your sight is clearer than mine. Dahman, remember, Alduin also follows his destiny as he sees it. But I bow before your certainty. In a way, I envy you. The curse of much knowledge is often indecision. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monaven, what you name Throat of the World? This is the most sacred mountain in Skyrim, Zokravak Struma, the great mountain of the world. Here, the ancient tongues, the first mortal masters of the voice, brought Alduin to battle and defeated him. Yes and no. Viknuzny Karon. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him. The Nords of those days used the Dragonrend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time. How to explain in your tongue? The Dove have words for such things that Jor do not. It is an artifact from outside time. It does not exist, but it has always existed. Rahwalan. They are fragments of creation. The Kele, Elder Scrolls as you name them, they have often been used for prophecy. Yes, your prophecy comes from an Elder Scroll. But this is only a small part of their power. Zofa Suyek. Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever. Forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day, he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when. Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it. Crosis, no. I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here. You are likely better informed than I. Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way. Return it here to the Tid Ahran. Then, Kele Vomindok. Nothing is certain with such things. But I believe the scroll's bond with the Tid Ahran will allow you a seeing, a vision of the moment of its creation. Then you will feel, know Dragonrend in the power of its first expression. You will see them, Wuthfadon, my friends, Haken, Gormlaith, Feldir. The first mortals that I taught the Thum, the first tongues, the leaders of the rebellion against Alduin. They were mighty in their day, even to attempt to defeat Alduin. Sahrot Hun, the Nords have had many heroes since, but none greater. Vormendok, I do not know. Perhaps in the very doing, they erased the knowing of it from time itself. The Dove are children of Akatosh. Thus, we are specially attuned to the flow of time. Perhaps also uniquely vulnerable. I warned them against such a rash action. Even I could not foresee its consequences. Nust Lihon, they would not listen. Yes, there were a few of us that rebelled against Alduin's Thur, his tyranny. We aided the humans in his overthrow. But they did not trust us, ni Ov. Their inner counsels were kept hidden from us. I was far from here on the day of Alduin's downfall, but all Dove felt the sundering of time itself. I cannot tell you in detail. I never heard it used. Kogan. It was the first Thum created solely by mortals. It was said to force a dragon to experience the concept of mortality. A truly von Mindoran. Incomprehensible idea to the immortal Dove. I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that. But no, Dovahkiin. Others do not come here to train anymore. Saran, you are the first in over 100 years. I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power. I counsel in their use. It is enough for me. Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into yourself. Contemplate the meaning of a Rotmulag. You will become closer to that word as it fills your inner self. Will I teach you, Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master. Fus, Faim, and Yol. In your tongue, the word simply means fire. It is change given form, power at its most primal. That is the true meaning of Yol. Solyek, power. You have it, as do all Dove. But power is inert without action and choice. Think of this as the fire builds in your sum, in your breath. Sum Ark Mora. What will you burn? What will you spare? Sum Ark Mora.
How long it lasts? Doesn't say. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's nice to hang out up here. Usually, if he doesn't glitch. Up here, there's a little Easter egg. Yeah, there's a lot of him talking. Pretty much for like 20 minutes straight. Sorry if that got a little boring. That's Parthenax for you though. He likes to yap. People who made this game were good fans of Minecraft, which came out in 2009, and this game came out in 2011. So they're like, let's put a little Easter egg for the Minecraft fans, just to know we love them. And they added the notched pickaxe. Notch is the developer of it's pretty nice. Ebony up here too. Was the main developer and creator of Minecraft. He eventually sold it, I think, in roughly 2014 or 2015 to Mojang, who is owned by Microsoft. Kind of made it their own thing. Still a very good game. I like to play it every now and then, as you've seen on my channel. Alright, so yeah, let's go talk to, what's his name? I gotta unfavorite some stuff. I have too many things. Yeah, let's go talk to... I can go talk to R&D real quick. I know where we'll have to go though. Shouting up here, this old man. Yeah, I agree.
So, you spoke to Parthenax. The dragon blood burns bright within you. Did he tell you what you wanted to know? Did he teach you the dragon rend shout? Well, so be it. If he believes it is necessary for you to learn this, we will bow to his wisdom. We have never concerned ourselves with the scrolls. The gods themselves would rightly fear to tamper with such things. As for where to find it, such blasphemies have always been the stock and trade of the mages of Winterhold. They may be able to tell you something about the Elder Scroll you seek. Such blasphemies are the calling of mages, not followers of the Way. Take your question to the College of Winterhold. They may be able to help you. Perhaps not, but this shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again. Have you considered that Alduin was not meant to be defeated? Those who overthrew him in ancient times only postponed the day of reckoning. They did not stop it. If the world is meant to end, so be it. Let it end and be reborn. We have felt the whisper of a word. Give me your map and I will show you where its echo can be found. It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout. When you learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense, you become the shout. In order to learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself. The Blades were born of dragon-hating crusaders. They still carry that legacy, although they may not remember from whence it came. They carried out a genocide of dragons when they first came to Tamriel. And now, they will do it again. With your help. Sky above, voice below.
Barrow. Nice. Yeah, I'll go do that later. Alright. What was that? Take a break from the main quest after we kind of kick this off. What's up, dude?
Thanks to you, the people of Skyrim will continue to have a place to study magic, even if most of them resent you for it. I never would have suspected.
I'm not one for commendations, but I might have lost everything that matters, so thanks. And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? Or are you just someone's errand boy?
Jeez.
I knew it. Everyone comes in here expecting my help, but they don't even have the proper questions. An Elder Scroll is an instrument of immense knowledge and power. To read an Elder Scroll, a person must have the most rigorously trained mind, or else risk madness. Even so, the Divines usually take the reader's sight as a price. The simplest way to put it is knowledge, but there's nothing simple about an Elder Scroll. It's a reflection of all possible futures and all possible pasts. Each reader sees different reflections through different lenses, and may come away with a different reading. But at the same time, all of it is true, even the falsehoods, especially the falsehoods. It would take a month to explain to you how that very question doesn't even make sense. The scrolls exist here, with us, but also beyond and beneath, before and after. They are bits of divine-made substance, so we could know them. Sorry, talking about the scrolls, you usually end up in irritating and vague metaphors like that. Some people who study them devoutly go mad. Ah! You think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it. What about... Wait. Were you the one the Greybeards were calling? I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture. Until next time.
It's a quest. It's a unicorn. Yes! My journey of Soren Hariskin in the Wildlife Scholar, my duty to document all living creatures in Skyrim. The long lost unicorn has never been far from my mind. It is said that long ago, the very last of its kind was sacrificed to Hircine. However, rumors of sightings of Tamriel have surfaced in recent times. Indeed, while these claims echo mostly from taverns in the late hours, one can wonder at the validity of such claims. I've chronicled the habits of mud crabs and rabbits long enough. This old man is quite ready for something a little more interesting. I've spoken with several hunters who swear by the vines that they have seen the unicorn during their travels. All have tried to approach it for a closer look or take it as a prize, but it has evaded them all. I continue my research with skepticism. If this is indeed true, how could this be? Was the last unicorn not truly the last, or is some other force at work? While studying the mating habits of salmon is certainly enlightening, I have become quite obsessed with the pursuit of the elusive unicorn. I spoke with a hostler who said that during one of his horse taming expeditions, he too saw something that closely resembled a fabled unicorn. Though he was unsure, he is a man and is of great integrity. so I took his word in good faith. I decided then to speak with Tolfdir at the College of Winterhold. Being a wise man with deep knowledge of such things, I hoped he might gosh dang it, have some insight. I was incorrect in my assumption. According to Tolfdir, the subject order have appeared from time to time throughout history to assist with situations they believe are extremely important. While he cannot personally say for certain, he believes they may have intervened after the last unicorn was sacrificed, transporting another through time in order to set right what they believe was a wrongdoing. I am more motivated than ever to see this creature with my own two eyes. The last sighting of the unicorn was rumored to be in a dense forest area near Riften. As old as I am, an energy filled my bones, and I haven't felt since I was a young man. I hiked up the ridge of the mountains there and set upon a very small camp. I was cautious to not set any fires or make noises, lest I scare it away. After waiting 2 nights through this morning's early fog, I finally saw the majestic creature for the first time. I still cannot believe my own two eyes. It lingered long enough to see it clearly. Its brilliant coat, distant horn, and shimmering in the morning light, I watched the movements for nearly 30 minutes, enough to draw a rough depiction of for my library. This is absolutely the crowning achievement of my scholarly life. I've decided to turn this information over to the College of Winterhold, rather than publish it to the general population. I would like to ensure this creature remain protected, and I believe they are the most capable of such a task. Pardon me, sorry. Jeez Louise.
Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them.
Effects of the Elder Scrolls. It is widely known among scholars that the Elder Scrolls entail a certain hazard in their very reading. The mechanism of the effects has at present been largely known. Unknown theories of the hidden knowledge and divine retribution were the subject of idle speculation with little investigation. I, Justinius Doluhian, Dolunius, Dolunius, Polonius, I'm not sure, have undertaken to thoroughly document the ailments afflicted by the Elder Scroll on their readers. Though a unified theory of how they manifest continues to elude me and remains a subject for future study, I have grouped the effects into four, finding that the avenue of experience depends largely upon the mind of the reader. If this is unclear, I hope that a proper dichotomy will lay it plain. Group the first, the naifs, for one who has received no training in the history of the nature of the Elder Scroll. The scroll itself is effectively inert. No prophecy can be scried nor knowledge obtained. While the scroll will not impart learning to the uninformed, nor will it afflict them in any adverse fashion, visually the scroll will appear to be awash in odd lettering and symbols. Those who know their astronomy often claim to recognize constellations in the patterns and connections, but such conjecture is impossible to further investigate since the very nature of this study necessitates unlearned subjects. Group the second, the unguarded intellects. It is this second group that realizes the great danger from attempting to read the scrolls. They are subjects who have an understanding of the nature of the Elder Scroll and possess sufficient knowledge to actually read what is inscribed there. They have not, however, developed adequate discipline to stave off the mind-shattering effect of having a glimpse of infinity. These unfortunate souls are struck immediately, irrevocably, and completely blind. Such is the price for overreaching one's faculties. It bears mentioning, though, that with the blindness also comes a fragment of that hidden knowledge. Whether the future, the past, or the deep natures of being is dependent on the individual and their place in greater spheres, but the knowledge does come. Group the third, mediated understanding. Alone in Tamriel, it would appear that one cult of the ancestor moth has discovered the discipline to properly guard one's mind. When reading the scrolls, their novitiates their novitiates must undergo the most rigorous mental cultivation, and they often spend a decade or more at the monastery before being allowed to read their first Elder Scroll. The monks say this is the initiate's own protection, as they must have witnessed many unguarded intellects among their more eager ranks. With appropriate fortitude, these readers also receive blindness, though at a far lesser magnitude than the unguarded. Their visions fog slightly, but they retain shape, color, and enough acuity to continue to read mundane texts. The knowledge they gain from the scroll is also tempered somewhat. It requires stages of meditation and reflection to fully appreciate and express what one saw. Group 4, the Illuminated Understanding. Between the previous group and this one exists a continuum that has at present only been traversed by the monks of the Ancestor Moth. With continued readings, the monks become gradually more and more blind, but receive greater and more detailed knowledge. As they spend their waking hours pondering the revelation they also receive. A further degree of mental fortitude there is for every monk, a day of penultimate reading. It's a weird word. When the only knowledge the Elder Scroll imparts is that the monk's next reading shall be his last. For each monk, the penultimate reading comes at a different and unknown time. Preliminary work has been done to predict the occurrence by charting the severity of an individual monk's blindness, but all those who reach these later stages report that the increasing blindness seems to taper with increased readings. Some pose the notion that some other unseen sense is in fact continuing to diminish at this upper age. There's a bunch of big words, but I shall leave such postulations to philosophers. To prepare for this ultimate reading, a monk typically withdraws to seclusion in order to reflect upon a lifetime of revelations and appoint his mind for reception of his last. Upon his final reading, he is forever blinded, as sure as those unguarded ones who race to knowledge. The illuminated one, though, has retained his understanding over a lifetime, and typically possesses a more integral notion of what has been revealed to him. It is hoped that this catalogue will prove useful to those who wish to further our mortal understanding of the Elder Scrolls. The Moth Priests remain aloof, and these matters taking the gradual deliberation that comes with reading as a point of pride. May this serve as a useful starting point for those hoping to take up such study. Dictated to Anstius Mecham, fourth of the last seed in the 126th year of the Second Era. Okay. Ruminations. Imagine living underneath the waves. Yeah, this one's crazy. The all sides of the Elder Scrolls. Blah, 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 blah. I don't really have to read this one because it's just crazy talk. A sea of pinpoints, a constellation of memories. Each burns bright and flickers. It's goofy.
Archmage or not, my rules about books still stand. Aye, that's the work of Septimus Cygnus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well, he's been gone for a long while. Too long. Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since.
Alright. Let's go find him then. think it's up this side. Yeah, it's up this side. Check this out. I'm about to jump off here. Hopefully not die. There's more. Still hanging out. Whee! Sure plunk. Yeah, I wanna head up here. Check this place out. When you jump off there, the game gets confused. It's like, you need to go back. No, not going back. Yeah, I want to check this place out up here. I think there might be a quest up here, actually. Sky Temple Ruins. Some scout hands. Scout hands. Scout hands. Okay. Hi, Rip. Oh, wow. Oh, yes, I remember. Arms of Chaos. Vaguely remember this guy's stuff. Here, just go to bed, bro. He's stuck down there. Poor guy. I think you have to do some sort of ritual to get these staves. They're really cool looking, though. Oh, look. Don't be like that, dude. Illusion, huh? Nice. Wait. Dragon scale boots? Whoa. Yeah, I still have yet to craft all that stuff. Jeez. Alright, we have to go to this cave off in the distance. Where did you come from? That's where Septimus is at. Little fox. I think we'll talk to Septimus and I'll end off this episode. Been going for a while. Mainly just reading. Definitely get the unicorn, but I want to get it as a last because I want to, you know, have it as my main animal. Alright, Septimus Cygnus' outpost. Cygnuses, not Cygnus.
Dig, Dwemer in the beyond. I'll know your lost unknown and rise to your depths. Elder Scrolls, indeed. The Empire. They absconded with them. Or so they think. The ones they saw. The ones they thought they saw. I know of one. Forgotten. Sequestered. But I cannot go to it. Not poor Septimus. For I have arisen beyond its grasp. Here. Well, here as in this plane. Mundus, Tamriel, nearby, relatively speaking. On the cosmological scale, well, it's all nearby. One block lifts the other. Septimus will give what you want, but you must bring him something in return. You see this masterwork of the Dwemer, deep inside their greatest knowings. Septimus is clever among men, but he is but an idiot child compared to the dullest of the Dwemer. Lucky then they left behind their own way of reading the Elder Scrolls. In the depths of Black Reach, one yet lies. Have you heard of Black Reach? Cast upon where Drimmer's city slept, the yearning spire hidden learnings kept. Under deep, below the dark, the hidden keep, Tower Mazark. Of Tand, the point of puncture, of first entry of the tapping. Delve to its limits, and Black Reach lies just beyond. But not all can enter there. Only Septimus knows the hidden key to loose the lock, to jump beneath the deathly rock. Two things I have for you, two shapes. One edged, one round. The round one for tuning. Dwemer music is soft and subtle, and needed to open their cleverest gates. The edged lexicon for inscribing. To us, a hunk of metal. To the Dwemer, a full library of knowings, but empty. Find Mazark and its sky dome. The machinations there will read the scroll and lay the lore upon the cube. Trust Septimus. He knows you can know. The deepest doors of Dwemer listen for singing. It plays the attitude of notes proper for opening. Can you not hear it? Too low for hearings? To glimpse the world inside an Elder Scroll can damage the eyes or the mind, as it has to Septimus. The Dwemer found a loophole, as they always do, to focus the knowledge away and inside without harm. Place the lexicon into their contraption, and focus the knowings into it. When it brims with glow, bring it back, and Septimus can read once more. Ooh, an observant one. How clever to ask of Septimus. This Dwemer lockbox. Look upon it and wonder. Inside is the heart of a god, the heart of you and me. But it was hidden away, not by the dwarves, you see. They were already gone. Someone else, unseen, unknown, found the heart, and with a flair for the ironical, used dwarven trickery to lock it away. The scroll will give the deep vision needed to open it. For not even the strongest machinations of the Dwemer can hold off the all-sight given by an Elder Scroll. You look to your left, you see one way. You look to your right, you see another. But neither is any harder than the opposite. But the Elder Scrolls, they look left and right in the stream of time. The future and past are as one. Sometimes they even look up. What do they see then? What if they dive in? Then the madness begins.
Very boring episode.